You don't just wake up one morning and feel burnt out. It's something that happens gradually over time. But if you do wake up one morning and realize you're burnt out, it means you've been ignoring signs from your body and mind for a long time. But you're here with me now. I have a feeling that you're getting a sense that you're burning out. So today, I want to share some of the reasons why you might be burning out and the signs that you're on that path to burnout so that you can start making small shifts that help you live in more alignment. Hi, I'm Kathleen, and welcome to a safe space where I'll help you reconnect to your needs and reclaim calm and clarity. So grab a cozy blanket, maybe a drink, and let's get started. First, let's talk about why burnout happens. Many people believe that you get burnt out because you're just busy or doing too many things, but that's actually not the case. Burnout happens because you're doing too many things that are disconnected from what you truly need or want. There are various ways that you might not be living in alignment with what you really need or want. This could be as big as your job, so you're doing something different than what you're meant to do, or you're staying in a relationship that no longer serves you. Maybe it's that you're not setting boundaries around work or your home life. Or it could just be that you're not taking enough time for yourself. Many of us, especially women, learn to suppress our needs and sensitivities from a young age. We learn to people please to stay loved and accepted. And unfortunately, by suppressing our needs, it leads to exhaustion, stress, overwhelm, and eventually burnout. I call this the disconnect spiral. You suppress your needs and you start to feel depleted, but you keep pushing through to the point where you numb or crash. During this time in the disconnect spiral, your body enters fight, flight, or freeze mode. So it no longer feels safe to just be because you haven't let it feel safe. You haven't given it what it really needs. By putting others' needs or expectations above your own, it starts to interpret things like an email even as dangerous. And so you're constantly on high alert. And this disconnect spiral starts to make it incredibly difficult to listen to your own wisdom. The longer you stay in this disconnect spiral, the further away you are from understanding what you really need. And our bodies aren't meant to live in this constant override, to constantly override our true needs. So eventually, our body and mind will start speaking up. First, with whispers, but then in ways that you can't ignore. My hope is that in sharing these signs with you today, you can start realizing where you're at in that path to burnout and start making small shifts to live in more alignment. So here are the signs and stages that you need to pause and listen to what you really need. First, the whisper stage. The whispers might be this feeling or sense that you're meant to do something else with your life. It's just a small feeling, nothing that you feel like you have to act on immediately, but it's there. Feeling tired when you wake up, no matter how much sleep you got. Struggling to quiet your mind and fall asleep. Feeling more irritable towards others or even towards yourself. Getting sick more often. And gut issues like upset stomachs or constipation or a fluctuation between the two. In previous videos, which I can link here, I've talked about why your body does this when you're burning out, why it stops ignoring things like your immune system and your gut health. It's trying to keep you alive, and unfortunately, those things aren't absolutely necessary when it's just trying to keep your heart and the rest of your body alive. Now, this whisper stage can go on for years because whispers are relatively easy to ignore, especially compared to screams or even yells. And so I see so many women experiencing these whispers, and I experienced them myself for over a decade, but I didn't act on it. For years, I had this feeling, this sense that I was meant to do something else. I knew if somebody asked me what I would do if money or status wasn't a question, I would say, I want to help people. I want to make a positive impact in the world. But whenever I'd have that feeling, I would just push it aside immediately because why would I give up the stability, status, and money of my corporate job? And so I kept going, I kept pushing through. The good news is, especially at this point in the whisper stage, you don't need to overhaul your life or make any huge changes to ensure that you don't continue on this path to burnout. Small shifts truly matter. My free guide, which I'll link below, goes into detail in ways you can incorporate more stillness, slowness in your life so you can start paying more attention to what you really need and reclaim your energy. Without these small shifts, many women, including myself, fall into the next stage, the yelling stage. So the yells might be a feeling or thought that you need to change everything. So this is bigger than that sense you were getting. It's this feeling and thought that you really do need to change something now, because your body and mind are starting to understand and realize that what you're doing is no longer working for you. It might also be an inability to focus on tasks, so brain fog, feeling overwhelmed by the simplest tasks, body inflammation. So, as before, your body has not been prioritizing so many of its systems and functions, and your body is start to push back. You might also see this show up as prolonged sickness or even chronic illnesses, or just needing more rest no matter how much rest you get. I left my corporate job after my body was yelling at me for a few months. I honestly wish I had some of the strategies I've been sharing with you sooner, because I know that if I made more small shifts at this yelling stage, it would have made my healing journey so much easier. It's the small things that can add up and make a big impact. Because if you continue on this path and you continue to ignore even the yells, you'll move on to the next stage, and that's the screams. So the screams will be a complete inability to do the simplest tasks or to function in your day-to-day. The need to escape everything, to just drop everything and go. And the need to completely shut down. So this is when your nervous system has completely given up. It feels like it can no longer just do the things it's been doing to keep you alive. And so it pushes back loudly. And this is when many people end up leaving their job, leaving their relationship, because they no longer really have the choice. Their body and mind have forced them to stop. Even if you are at the breaking point, the scream stage, there are changes and shifts you can make. I was personally right at this point when I left my job and started my healing journey. And that's exactly what my resources are meant to do, to give you small strategies when you're in the state of overwhelm and the feeling like you can no longer do anything else, to make it simple for you to recover and heal. What you've been doing, what you've been carrying is so great. It's so large. Thank your body for everything it's done for you. It's been keeping you safe. No matter if you're feeling the whispers, yells, or screams, it's actually not a bad thing. It's your body trying to show you what you really need. So when you take the time, you pause and listen to your body, that's when you can start feeling better, start feeling more energized, and live a life that is truly yours. So I have guides for you. I also have one-on-one sessions because I know it can be incredibly difficult to go through this, and I'm here for you. This is also not meant to scare you. It's really trying to educate you so you can start paying attention to those signs sooner, to feel empowered to live in alignment with what you really need. Because I know you can do it. I believe in you. I'm here for you, and I'll see you soon.